YouTube, I'm back with version 2.0 of my pure water system for a water-fed pole. I built another one, I call that version 1.0 with the dolly. It had some issues, it has some weight issues, it's very heavy. And the pin-tack housings were put on that dolly, and they were put on so that the housings were flipped the other direction. I've changed that in my second version here. I've also designed a frame and mounted all of this on an aluminum frame. I've gone through some different housings, some different RO housings. I've tried some different fits, and I've been working on this for a little while. So I apologize. I said I'd have a video up by January 20th, and I haven't. We're working on it tonight. It's already after January 20th, and this will probably be posted tonight or tomorrow, which is like the 24th, 25th of January. So I'm a few days out, but I'm just going over some basic details on version 2.0, which I think is a better version. It's got easier connectors, and the frame makes it really light. I can pick this up no problem and stick it in the back of my truck. That dolly version was pushing 100 pounds. I think this is probably pushing about 40 to 50 pounds, something like that, empty. So I'll just go over a couple things here. It's on a frame. This is I have a steel frame, kind of a prototype back here that I built initially, and this is the frame that it's on. So it mounts to this, and we made this initially out of steel, and I weighed it. It weighed 18 pounds, and I had aluminum one fabricated that is identical to this one, and it now weighs under 5 pounds. So I cut about 13 pounds out of the frame. I can pick this one up no problem with both hands right here and just kind of lift it up, and I can carry the whole unit around. I can lift it up, I can set it up in the bed of my truck, I can hook it to my portable water tank, and I can pump water through it and do the cleaning. It's got some rubber foot pads underneath it that I mounted on there to make that nice so that it doesn't bang on the ground, and that way you can also get your fingers underneath it when you go to lift it up. It's got the same pin-tack housing, so on the front end it has a 20-inch by 4-inch pin-tack housing with a 20 by 4 carbon filter that removes the chlorine. I talked about that in the last video. It's got some simpler tubing and some simpler connectors. So you pull back on these and you can simply pull the tubing out, and you can test your water here to make sure you don't have any chlorine before it goes into your RO housing with your RO membrane. I tried a different housing, which was this fiberglass one, and it has some issues. And so in some of our other videos, we'll go over that. I like it. It seems to be a little lighter weight, but it does have some problems, and we'll talk about that more in the videos as we proceed. And I have more interest in it, and people kind of purchasing those videos and going over things. But I think this is just kind of to show you what I've been working on. And this is what I wanted to get out. I just wanted to show everybody kind of what it looks like from the ends. It's a pretty rigid unit, and I think it's going to do exactly what the last one did. Actually, the flow on this one may be a little better. I found an RO membrane with lower PSI, so that takes lower PSI, so it can run more water at lower PSIs. I think that's about it. I think I'm just going to kind of leave it there. I'm going to post this second video. I'm going to start putting the parts together that I used on this, links to all of those parts, so that that's going to be easy to order. And then I'm thinking about pricing out the frames, the aluminum frames, and I've got, of course, now a third version in mind that will be on an aluminum frame like this, but it will have wheels at both ends, and that way we can just lift it up on this and wheel it up to the back of a pickup truck, set the front wheels up on the tailgate, and then lift from that end and roll it into a truck. And I think it would be a little more portable around the job site. So I'm going to stick with this for now. We're going to do another video here in a day. I'm going to kind of show how it works after I hook it up. I'm going to get flow rates on it. I'm going to hook it up to a water-fed pole, and we'll shoot that video. And then I'm going to price out the cost of these aluminum frames, and I think they're going to be around, I think my cost on them is going to be, I don't know, it's probably going to be $300 to get the frame. We have about a $50 housing here, a $50 housing there. These are now, I've sourced these now. There's a specific one online that'll be about 90 bucks for that housing. the $300 frame, and then your internal filters, which, you know, your RO membrane is the most expensive thing. I talked about that before. Those are about $260, $280, somewhere in there. So, you know, again, I think the whole unit comes in at under probably $1,000 or under. It runs forever. The other one that we've been using it for 3 or 4 months now, and I have changed the DI resin one time in that thing, and that's all I've done. I think I've done 1 carbon filter and 1 DI resin fill, and that is all that's happened in 3 months, and we have used it extensively out on commercial job sites. So I expect this one to operate exactly the same way. My flow rate may be slightly higher with this one, but I'll test that. We'll shoot another video and we'll put it up here in a next couple days, and I'll start putting links to those, start getting my links together, and then offer you guys a price on this frame, and then we'll see who's interested in purchasing after that. But this is version 2.0, and I think that's it. Take a look at it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.